so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat.
And we're live for another episode of In the Arena MMA. I'm Nick Davis alongside my co-host and pro-bettor MagicM. We're going to be covering every fight on UFC Qatar. Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan the Hangman Hooker, a.k.a. Fight Night Can't Get a U.S. Visa. We're going to be covering every fight in reverse tapology order. But first, I want to get some of Magic's thoughts on what happened at UFC 322. Looked like it was going to be an all-time pay-per-view, and then slowed down with those two title fights.
I mean, not even about the bets. Like, the last two fights were criminal. Like, really bad. Betting-wise, it was going, like, pretty good up until the title fights. I got fucking wrecked on those. But, I mean, they were weird fights. You know what I mean? Like, Thug was a really bad bet. But it wasn't like... It came down to physicality. She didn't have it, and she couldn't compete in the clinch, and that was the fight. I thought she was going to be able to do it. Okay, I'm not beating myself over that, but JDM was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck was that fight? That was... it was the development of the fight was shocking to me in every position. Like, I don't think Islam Makhachev did anything crazy in there. You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, I mean, after the first two rounds, it really seemed like JDM was just defeated. And
I think he was injured. Not pre-fight. He looked amazing pre-fight, and he was in great shape and everything. And the problem with saying this is that what I say every week, now they are saying excuses now, blah, blah. No, I'm just talking about what happened. Like, first round, he got a single leg, stayed on top. Second round, JDM floored himself, and after that, he was just, like, broken.
Yeah,
like, his takedown defense was non-existent. I'm not even talking about the bottom. Like, there was a takedown in the fight that was straight up comical. He shot a shitty double leg and JDM just sat down. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he was like wincing like while he was going down. I don't know if he broke his ribs or maybe his leg was that cooked really from the leg kicks. I don't know, but really strange performance. Also on bottom, like, okay, congratulations Craig Johnson keeping him safe, but I don't need a 3-month camp to teach him how to don't get darced. You know what I mean? like, at some point, I was losing my mind watching that. Okay, he's not... I mean, Islam is great on top, and he looks very heavy, but I was like, bro, if you cannot dig an underhook or whatever, just keep it rolling, make him work, force space, go to your back, even if he gets your back. Like, there was a point in the fight after 3 rounds that is like, you need a finish, there's nothing to lose. Go to your back, go tripod, I don't know, keep it going. That was a weird performance.
Do you think Volk is just like next level wrestling? Because like in that first fight, it was incredible how he just was not. Didn't get dominated.
Their body phenotype is very different, and I guess that Volk is short and stocky and also very strong. And he did a great job at fighting hands when he had his back taken. But also that was Islam at 155. He looked a little bit depleted that fight, but still like. Not taking anything away from Islam. I like Islam. I think he's a great fighter, even though I'm trolling his entire fan base on Twitter. I think he's great, but I thought he will need to do much more to get that fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ended up disappointing, but pretty good card. I lost money once again. I'm going to win money this week, but Ethan Ewing, blockhead, he's showed out.
That's how they are talking about him now. He was a murderer. He killed grown-ass men.
He was the man. I watched his Billy Brand fight live at Uriah Faber's A1 Combat.
Bro, he put him down like he folded him like a chair.
So I was I can't remember the kid's name, but I think it was one of Uriah Faber's guys, and so you win in his organization against his guys. Like I was like, I think he might be the real deal. We tried to get him on this episode. He didn't see it. He's in LA though, so who knows? One day I could have him in studio with me.
I passed him. I fully knew that Malcolm Wellmaker was a fraud, and I passed on Ewing. Shame on me. I said it here. I tweeted about it, and I still passed. Shame on me.
It works both ways, though. You also passed on Eric McConaughey.
Yeah, who was a great bet. Congratulations, whoever took him. You built character. Was a great bet. 50-50 fight. Maybe 60-40 for the inbred. I don't know. He's not good, bro. I've been saying, and they are like, yeah, you're talking trash. No, that guy's not good. There's nothing special about him.
Plus 850. It was a fun ride, like you said, character building. But let's before we get to UFC Qatar, we've got sad news for the pod. Some of Magic's tweets have resurfaced from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. There's a lot of talk online. I shouldn't be doing this podcast, but we'd like to take this opportunity to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody.
What are you talking about?
I was pretending that people were resurfacing your tweets like MMA
but that
group.
didn't happen, right?
Huh? No.
Oh, okay.
I got
my Twitter is deleted. The other one, like you cannot see the tweet.
Yeah. Magic got nervous. No.
I was like, I need this technology.
I was just making fun of the MMA guru situation. Big opportunity for us to step up. It's like the other guys.
What did he do? What did he do to lose that? Like he called someone a faggot?
I mean, he was calling the Dagestani inbreds, which he does all the time, but then he... because he did that, a bunch of people were looking up old shit he did, and I guess he made fun of Chito Vera's daughter.
Yeah, I remember that. He has a pretty disabled daughter, like very disabled, and that wasn't a great look, yeah.
Yeah, it was from 2019, and
I remember that.
So he just decided not to keep the heat on Mighty Mouse, but who gives a fuck? First fight of the night. A lot of hard names on this one. I'm gonna do my best. A lot of these Russian names are very phonetic, so we'll try. But the Polish one is hard here. There's a character that's not even U.S. Marek Bujlo versus Denzel Freeman. Two UFC debutantes. We've got wrestler versus grappler matchup. What do you think?
Yeah, like kind of random Polish grappler that has fought bad people, and this other guy looked pretty serviceable at LFA. He had some decent fights at LFA, like decent wins. I'm not saying he's great or anything. The line makes sense. This is classic fight that they both get into the UFC. One of them looks like more or less decent against capable people, and the odds makers are like, yeah, minus 200, and you figure this out. you know what I mean? We'll see. I don't know. I haven't looked that much at lines or anything because I have had pretty bad migraine for like 2 days now. This almost didn't happen, I'm telling you. But I laid in my bed like Jack de la Madalena for 10 hours, and now I have been born again.
He's serviceable. Yeah, I heard this one opened with the other guy as a minus 160 favorite on Bet Online, but it immediately flipped. And I'm with you. I think Derek Freeman, this guy's actually pretty decent. I also he's an active duty U.S. Marine Corps officer, which is cool. He's got really good Greco-Roman. Trains at Elevation with Neil Magny. He won the LFA championship versus Hugo Kana, and really trusted his gas tank when he smelled blood in the water going for the finish, and threw a flurry of 40 punches. He's really athletic, and he throws high kicks and body kicks, and he's going to have opposite stances with Bujlo. And this Bujlo guy's his opponent record of competition.
Yeah, his level of opposition is quite
25 and 30 combined record of his opponents.
Yeah, it's almost like Paddy Pimblett. Almost that bad.
And in the two fights I could find of him, he got first round finishes immediately, but he was doing upper body takedowns with a little bit of a trip, and I just don't think that's going to work against this massive
best base for heavyweight fighting.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty high on Denzel Freeman. I think he gets it done in round 1 or 2. Next fight, we have who I think is my number 2. Did you turn it off on purpose, or do we lose you?
Yeah.
All right. My number 2 highest favorite for the infidel screw job of the week, Nicholas Dalby. We've got Saygid, Izaghkmaev. Izaghkmaev.
I mean, these are not that hard, right?
No, they're phonetic.
Saygid Izaghkmaev.
Izaghkmaev.
I could have been one of these. Maybe if I can grow a beard. Izaghkmaev, brother. This is the guy that got choked out in Dana White looking for a fight in South People Land, and he got choked out by Carston Harris. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I just watched it today.
Pretty nasty choke. If you watch the looking for a fight, it was Dana White looking at the fight like this, and Khabib was in attendance, and this other idiot like Izaghkmaev was putting his head right where you don't want to put it, and Khabib was like, "Oh no, brother, this is very dangerous" on camera. And he just he put himself into a sort of anaconda setup, and Carston Harris has one move, bro, the anaconda. Should have done tape. If he had done tape, he would have been in the UFC probably 2 years earlier. He's a pretty decent fighter. Dalby is the classico because we bettors, serious bettors, I would say, like hardcore bettors, love Dalby, at this point. Plus 400 life against everybody. Killed Bonfim, that was pretty glorious.
100% beat Fakredinov.
But he's 41, and he's kind of a drunk, or former drunk. 41 is rough, man. And he's probably going to need to kill him in... Where is this? United Arab Emirates?
Qatar.
Yeah, Qatar. The boxing is in United Arab Emirates, right? Yeah. I mean, if Dalby kills him, it's probably a draw.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even if... I haven't watched... I've only seen highlight tapes of Saygid finishing people, but, like, you got to be really confident in Dalby for someone who doesn't have a lot of finishing upside to try to get him the win over there.
I'm going to pick the other guy, honestly. Like, all odds aside, I'm going to have the hot take and pick the minus 300 here.
We like it. Next fight, my brother, my Tajik brother, Nurullo Aliev.
I hate this guy.
Yeah, he's really boring versus someone who's really fun, Shem. What do you think? I think Shamrock's fun, but I think it's a tough matchup.
This is like the worst 10-0 fighter in the world, and it has nothing to do with his fighting ability. Like, fuck him. Why do we have to watch this in the UFC, bro?
Yeah, it's literally like these guys can't get US passports, so anytime it's in the Middle East, they're like, okay, we'll give you a fight.
I think this guy was injured or something. Or tested positive? Didn't he test positive? I don't know, I'm making shit up right now, right?
Allegedly.
Or maybe they sent him to war. Isn't him from Azerbaijan or something? They were in a war. Maybe he was like, hey, I blew my knee, and he was committing genocide in Armenia. Very possible. Like Tofik Musayev, the guy that lost to Orolbay the last fight, he's from Azerbaijan, right? I think this is real. And he pulled out from a couple of fights because he went to war. Yeah, when he was in one, I think it was one, he pulled out or he stopped fighting for a while because he has to be a man, and he went to war. And
the geopolitics are yours, but this guy's Tajikistani. Are Azerbaijan and Tajikistan?
I thought he was from Azerbaijan. I'm not familiar on the current regional conflicts of Tajikistan, but they probably have some sort of tribal feud or something for sure. He might have been at war.
It's a pretty safe bet, but yeah. I just think it's a tough matchup for Shamrock, who just goes all out round one, trying to get the back and stuff. I mean,
I thought you were going to say who's just not good.
Oh no. He seems really good, but it's like, do you think this guy's better than Joe Solecki?
Aliev?
Yeah. No. Shamrock.
I mean, very different style fighter, but I bet Joe Solecki against this guy, and I was really, really disappointed. I kind of thought he won.
I just watched it. I don't think so. He might have won. He won the third when they stayed on the feet. Yeah, I don't know.
This guy does nothing on top. He's the worst. He's like, instead of Khabib 2.0, he's like Khabib -2. You know what I mean? Like, fuck him. He just crotches sniffs, bro. Like, what does this guy do?
I still think he gets it done though in a really boring fight.
Probably, but I mean, Shamrock has gone to one decision in 16 fights, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah.
And he's kind of a berserker, and I have serious doubts about his defensive grappling. The decision was a split win last fight against Attila Kormat. Shamrock has fought a lot in Octagon. I don't know, the under seems big, but maybe this fucking retard just puts his head in his balls and stays there for 3 rounds, and I'm like, I hate you! I hate you, you fucking inbred throw punches! You know what I mean? But yeah. Seems big. Maybe he comes back and is like a fucking finisher, and I don't know, tries to choke someone. Could you imagine? Nurullo Aliev trying to finish a fight?
I watched a lot of tape on the early fights in this card today, and honestly, I can't imagine that after watching him today. It was
I couldn't imagine you actually do tape.
Oh yeah.
This is like a serious prediction show now.
If I haven't seen a guy, I try to watch at least one fight from him instead of just looking at.
That's solid.
But a lot of his fights, I'm going on 2 times speed because he's just in guard. Next fight, here's my number 1 candidate for the infidel screw job of the week. Ryan Loder versus Ismail Naurdiev.
It's a close fight. Doesn't really count, right?
But if he I just think if he wrestles him and it goes to a decision and he's on top, I could just see him getting fucked.
I mean, he was getting ragdolled by the Iron Turtle, and there was a point in the fight where I was like, they may get a sniper to kill the Iron Turtle because this is getting out of control. But they were trying to cheat as much as possible. But yeah, I agree with you. Loder took a lot of money. There was a moment in the week where Loder took a lot of money, so probably a big group like him. Maybe he takes more, but the line has come back the other way a little bit now. I don't know. Under seems big too. Loder is kind of a jobber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he has some very good things, but also is kind of fragile, no striking defense. Kind of fluke against Valentin. That makes sense. At the same time, I thought he was the side, but you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's always a guy that it's difficult to back at short prices because it's like there is so much wrong about him. But yeah, should be the better wrestler grappler.
Yeah. It's just weird. This Naurdiev guy, I mean, he's
a fraud.
He left the UFC. He went like 500 and they brought him back. Then they give him the drunken corpse of Bruno Silva in Abu Dhabi.
And he went life and death kind of, but he also took very weird fights when he was out of the UFC at UAE. He was at UAE Fighters, right? Or whatever that's called.
Brave.
He was at Brave? I thought he was at UAE Fighters. But I remember he took on this striker. What's his name? Let me check. I was going to say Al Sewadi, but it's not Al Sewadi. It's the other guy. He
did lose to El Sewali in Brave too. Lost on leg kicks. Which it's Al Silawi actually. Yeah, that's the guy I was talking about. Yeah, and Salawi won by leg kicks, and Loder actually has decent leg kicks.
It was very weird, and then the couple fights he lost were weird. I watched those two. He won against Oli Santalati, which this guy has fought at Cage Warriors. Not a great win. I mean, he's had a weird career. He had so much promise when he came into the UFC, you remember? Like, he fought some good fights with Praceres and all that. But yeah, it's like, he kind of not quits, but gives up on himself a little bit when the going gets tough and grappling is going on. He has a little bit of Leon Edwards inside him, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That was a disappointing one when he had his back in round one. I thought we were...
I mean, they are going to kill me for saying this, but Leon Edwards was blatantly the side and his side favorite. Kill me for saying it. So what? Like, do people actually watch the fight? Like, Pratos looked like shit and then landed a meme. Literal meme. The punch wasn't that much. He just knocked him out because he was both feet in the air and everybody's like, oh, is this George Foreman? No, bro, he just caught him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. Next
Obviously,
fight.
he's a good puncher, but I mean, it wasn't like the knockout of the decade. People are just... He got saved by the bell. Like 20 more seconds, he gets choked out.
Yeah, it was... I thought we had that one. Next fight. Bekzat, Almakhan versus Topuria.
This is a good fight.
Aleksandre, you're obviously the Topuria expert here. How do you see this one going?
This is a tough fight. When it got announced, I was like, what the fuck is the UFC doing here? Like, this is a tough fight. I like Almakhan a lot. And he's a good fighter. I bet him against Kasim Umar. Almost got him.
That was a great fight. That was a really fun grappling match.
He's an animal, and he's had a lot of insane finishes outside of the UFC too. Kill Brad Katona. I mean, just for knocking out Brad Katona, he will always have a little piece of my heart. But yeah, tough fight. And he took a lot of money. The line kind of flipped. Now money has come in back on Aleksandre. It's a close line. Probably closes a close line. I don't know. Maybe the UFC is like, okay. The UFC likes to do this a lot, and people are like, oh, what are they doing? Like, they throw a good prospect against a good fighter early, and if he passes the test, they are like, okay, we got something here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
It's almost like they get him on contracts, and they don't want him to build a ton of hype. Like, if you go 2-1 on that first contract, that's... You got a lot less negotiating power.
If Topuria gets past this fight and does well, he's going to get moved fast. Like, he gets a top 15, I think.
Why has he fought so infrequently?
I think he had a fight when he was like 16 or 17 against a huge guy at lightweight or something like that. He lost. That fight is on YouTube. You should go watch it. He just mauled the guy wrestling until he had no gas and then lost.
But yeah, he's fought once in 20.
He's fought really bad people in Spain, but everybody is always talking or was always talking how good he was. Like, he's as good as Ilya, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. He has to prove it, I guess, but I knew he was good coming in, and he was solid against Thickness, who is not an easy fight, and he made it look quite easy, honestly. Like, just look at the Thickness versus Musasa fight. He's not an easy fight. I guess there is a path, a grappling path here for him, but he has to prove it. You know what I mean? And I think on the feet he's probably fine too. He has great boxing, punches very hard, great body puncher. But Almakhan is a beast himself, great striker. It's a really good fight. Like, a win here is big for both of them.
Yeah, and Topuria is starting to pull ahead as a favorite. It seemed like plus 130 when it was even money most of the week. I'm not. I've watched both of Topuria's fights that he's had, the contender in the UFC, but I don't know. I just haven't seen enough to have a strong opinion, and I'm going to try to do that more, so I'm not just rambling on fights I don't know. Before we get to the next prelim fight, let's talk about Legends. That's legends.com with a Z. Use promo code MMAPOD, one word, at legends.com for a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. They've got their awesome social casino games that are really addicting, and they have the highest return to player on any social casino you'll find out there. But of course, here we like to make MMA plays. They've got really competitive lines. All the lines are up for UFC Qatar. You can do same game parlays, overs and unders in the fight. It's one of the best social casinos I've used. Go to legends.com with a Z and use promo code MMAPOD, one word, for a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. Become a legend today. Next fight, we've got Kyoji Horiguchi versus Tagir Ulanbekov. Really tough UFC return for Horiguchi. Kind of another weird matchup. Horiguchi's has his Asian following. I'm surprised they wouldn't give him like a more favorable matchup. Do you see Tagir running through him?
Everybody's crying, oh, why is Horiguchi on the prelims? Bro, you fucking idiots. He's on the prelims because it's going to be like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. in Japan by the time he fights. They want him main eventing for absolutely no reason, because he's a fucking Japanese gremlin that has proven nothing at this point. Like, he was great in Pride or whatever that was. He's a good fighter. Has been he's from the same era as Demetrius Johnson. You know what I mean? He's a legend, but they are like, they are acting like this is John Jones on the prelims. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, no. This guy lost to Pachi Mix and Sergio Pettis in a row. Not that far long ago, like 2 or 3 years. He's a good fighter, but I don't know at which stage of his career is here. Ulanbekov is a huge 125. I don't know, man.
And Horiguchi, as he gets older, he's got like just a tough style, keeping his hands down.
He relies on speed and explosion, in and out. Honestly, I haven't watched his last couple. I need to watch them before making a real opinion, but I think probably Ulanbekov has enough to get takedowns here and control at worst case. And I mean, is Horiguchi going to put him out? Because again, it's Qatar. If this is close, come on. Yeah. Thanks for participating. Here's your plane back to Japan.
Total agreement. I just don't see the path to victory for Horiguchi. Next fight, we've got Abdul Rakhman Yakhyaev versus Raffael Cerqueira. Just a giant squash match. Should be over in 60 seconds.
They're under 1.5 minus 300.
Jesus. And those are always the ones now with what we've seen that, like, when you gotta juice.
Can someone put me in contact with Yakhyaev? Why not carry him here?
Yeah.
Round and a half. Why not? Like, what's stopping him from carrying him, one of the worst to ever do it, Raffael Cerqueira, who I have a strong suspicions may have or may have not sold a fight against Ibo Aslan.
Ibo Aslan always has fucking weird ass outcomes.
You know what I mean? That fight was... I mean, that's the fight I'm talking about. That was like, bro, I don't know. I watching that, I was like, this may be fixed. And I even thought it wasn't round 1, but I was like, I don't know. In my head, it wasn't that easy and the opponent didn't throw one punch. So yeah, but yeah, probably whatever he wants. Maybe, I mean, if I had to guess, he wins inside 2 minutes. He looks alright, has fought decent people, seems to have power and grappling. We'll see, it's an interesting addition. Cerqueira is just, I mean, why is he getting another UFC fight? 3 in a row, he has been pathetic.
Yeah.
With all due respect, like no disrespect, but pathetic.
I think this will be his last dance with UFC. Next fight, we've got an absolute banger. Cage Warrior star Luke Riley versus Bogdan Grad. Luke Riley coming in as the big favorite. I'm a little shocked. It seems he gets in a lot of 50-50 striking battles. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Fraud.
Is this the one? Is this the one we catch him?
I don't know, because Bogdan Grad is... I bet he against Naimov, and it's almost like the same fight. You know what I mean? Bogdan Grad is going to fight a 50-50 fight and then get knocked out or get dropped twice and lose a 29-28, something like that. But yes, this could play out pretty close, and maybe there is a grappling path for Bogdan Grad. I mean, it's very, very possible that he can grapple him. I'm not sure. And I don't expect the Luke Riley by knockout line to be very sexy, right? What is Luke Riley by knockout? Plus 130, yeah, fuck off with that. Paddy Pimlet can bet that if he wants. I'm not betting that.
Yeah, he's went to a number of decisions, and some of the fights. Man, I've been watching him since his 3rd UFC fight or Cage Warriors fights versus Jack Eglin. He definitely puts on bangers and he's fun to watch.
He had some genuinely kebab brawl type fights where he could have been knocked out easily. Yeah.
And we're going to see one of those exchanges again. I have already put some down on Bogdan. Yeah, just I hope one
like
of them...
Gollum, this guy. What do you think?
Bogdan?
Even his body like phenotype, he looks like Gollum from The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I see that for sure.
I like that he has a lot of heart, Bogdan. Like you know what I mean? Like he has that retard confidence. He gets rocked, but he doesn't stop coming. Probably a solid plus 200, north of plus 200 here. It's pro. I mean, I would say he's quite clearly the side, but Luke Riley coming out and getting a first round knockout and everybody's acting like, oh, we got another Paddy. Yeah, very possible.
The difference I see with the Naimov fight is like if he never does it, but if he's willing to grapple, Luke Riley has definitely been taken down, and Naimov's much harder to take down. So that could be a path.
Yeah, I mean, he does it, Bogdan. He just couldn't do it. I guess against Naimov. He went out. He came out grappling pretty heavy against Aleksandre, and he won. He ended up winning the fight dominantly. Yeah, good fight.
Yeah, probably one of the ones I'm most excited for on the undercard. We've got 67 watching. Everybody make sure to like the stream, subscribe, leave a comment once the stream's over. Next fight, we get to our main card. We've got Alex Shorty Perez versus Asu Almabayev. Alex Perez coming off a 1.5-year layoff from ACL surgery. And then he had another fight canceled about a year after the surgery. Said he had some sort of fracture, and now he's finally back. Are you bold enough to put your money on this man that's falling apart?
He's had a tragic career, really. I have always thought this guy was really good. He was really good at one point. When he fought Figueiredo, he was primed for a title shot. You know what I mean? He was ready. And he had more than enough to have been champion at one point. Really good fighter, just very injury prone, and I wouldn't say unlucky, but he got himself choked out by really elite grapplers at the worst moments. I don't know, very tragic career. He's a really good fighter.
I would say in terms of matchups he's been given and his injury problems, it is very unlucky. Figueiredo, Pantoja, Yakhyaev, Nicolau, and he actually won that one. And Tyra, that's a rough run.
Like that's the best of the best. Literally, yeah. He only missed Moreno, I think, from that era of like top fighters.
Yeah, lost to Joe B back in the day too.
He beat the living shit. That's one of my favorites. He beat the living shit out of Jose Shorty Torres. Like he was coming to the UFC with some hype, Shorty, and he just came out boxing and put it on him. That was great.
Yeah. During that time, like mid 2010s, there were so many flyweights that I couldn't keep track of, being a little bit more new to the sport. Eric Shelton, Jose Torres.
Eric Shelton is a legend. Like his over were automatic.
Yeah.
Impossible to choke out. He would put himself in. That guy, I swear to God, he would put himself in guillotines to burn clock because he knew he was impossible to choke out.
Yeah. Jordan Espinosa, he was another guy. They all seemed interchangeable.
Matt Schnell, bro. That's the Matt Schnell era.
Yeah. I feel like if you didn't know anything about the injuries, Perez is aside, but like, man, I just can't put my money on this guy. He seems like he's falling apart.
I mean, if he comes out and doesn't like disintegrate by himself, he's the side. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because is Almabayev going to really dominantly grapple him? I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, if it gets down to the ground, I think that's where he could have success. But it's going to be hard to get it there. The anti-wrestling from
on the feet, Almabayev he's powerful, but he's pretty limited. He's like, I would say Perez is a much better boxer, and he has a great low kick.
Yeah, two things that he'll really need to use here. Sergey Spivak versus Shamil Gaziev. I can't get out of my head. Polar bear. I can't get out of my head Gaziev getting his back taken by that Greg Velasco in the Contender Series fight.
That was insane.
Do you think Sergey can do that and finish it?
That was a crazy sequence.
Yeah.
Then it was like one of them was on the back, and then the other one teleported to the back, and then again.
Yeah. That was a crazy one. I think I bet on that other guy. But it was a fun fight, and I cannot get it out of my head.
I mean, this seems kind of a crazy price unless you think Yakhyaev can just keep standing and just demolish him on the feet, right? Mm-hmm. And if the fight gets extended, Gas is like really ugly. You know what I mean? Gas is ugly. Like after 8-9 minutes, it's like, oh, I'm not a fighter anymore. I'm just kind of fat now.
But Spivak also kind of quits, so but
the Spivak is like huge. I think people betting Yakhyaev are like, okay, Spivak is not going to throw him here. Spivak throws everyone. Like he was throwing Jailton. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And repeatedly throwing Derek Lewis, who obviously doesn't have good takedown defense, but he's athletic and he's fucking huge.
He mold him. And there is I think there is a level of athleticism that you need to stop Spivak's grappling. Athleticism and size. And the only one to really be able to do it like easily was Cyril Gane, who is a crazy athlete for the division. Gaziev is kind of, I mean, I get it, he's big, hits hard, but I see a lot of fat in that man. You know what I mean? I think he can get hip dropped.
Yeah, I like it. That's where I was leaning. Little confirmation. We're looking at Spivak. Next fight, really weird matchup. Probably going to be staying away from it. Just it's so confusing.
It's a great fight.
Jack Hermansson coming back 4 months after dying. Miktabek Orobai just had a couple wars recently. Orobai coming up from 155. Jack coming down from 185. What do you think?
I mean, Jack is over plus 200 right now, right?
Yeah. He is.
I mean, can you imagine? It's not the same situation, but
plus 200 exactly.
This is like not the same situation, obviously, but yeah, it's like Topuria fought. I don't know. Hermansson was never a big middleweight, but he was alright. He was grappling Joe Pyfer. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't a small middleweight. This is like Topuria went up to lightweight and he fought, I don't know, Shavkat coming down at 155. Yeah. It's kind of a crazy situation. People are like, oh yeah, Orobai, he goes forward, this caveman, blah blah. He's a grappler primarily. Yeah, he throws hit, but he's a grappler. If Jack can make the weight safely, this price is insane. I don't care what happens after the fight or during the fight. You know what I mean? Like,
do
people think Orolbai is going to come out here and just ragdoll him grappling? I don't. Unless he's basically dead already.
And even if he is wrestling successfully, like Jack's done, he could heel hooks and shit. He's done really weird things.
And he's much bigger, much longer, he can box. I have seen him box with Joe Pfeiffer, survive, and then cook him for 5. He's fought great people. When he gets on top, he's a fucking machine. Like, I get that he's plus 200 here or whatever, because there are a lot of questions about his age, his chin, the weight cut or whatever. But the price is crazy. Like, it's not like Orolbai is Khabib Nurmagomedov at this new weight or something. He grappled Uros Medic at 170. Okay, you Alaska MMA. Uros Medic cannot grapple. And this guy just lost. He won the last one against Musayev, who cannot grapple, but he just lost to Mateusz Rebecki. Where is Mateusz Rebecki in 2025? And I like the guy, but there is a scenario here where Hermansson is like healthy, and everybody's like, "Whoa, we got a contender or something," and just takes him down and elbows him into China. You know what I mean? It's possible. Maybe he looks horrible and just dies, but there are a lot of unknowns, and the line seems gigantic.
Yeah, I just remember that run when Hermansson beat like 3 straight black belts, tapping a couple of them.
Guillotine. With his power guillotine, that was crazy.
Yeah, and then elbowing a couple other people out. He caught Gastelum at heel hook. He's just got... Even if people think the skill levels are the way, even in the areas where he's not as good, he has ways to like sneak it out. So plus 200.
Wasn't he like plus 170 to Robocop? If I remember correctly. Plus 170 to Robocop now comes down in weight and is plus 220 to Orolbai moving up. You have to assume he's going to die from the first punch, right? To play Orolbai.
Yeah. Which it does scare me, him being at 170. He never looked even that great on the scale at 185. And if he's just that sucked out, that's like my one concern, but it's not going to stop me.
If he can make it healthy, he's going to be massive at 170.
Yeah.
But to put things in perspective from this week, Michael Morales is bigger than Jack Hermansson.
Yeah.
If he went up to 185, he would be bigger than Jack Hermansson.
He'd be fucking massive. Morales is pulling like an Anthony Rumble Johnson type thing at 170.
Bro, Morales is like... I don't know if I'm seeing something different from people, but yeah, give me Michael Morales plus 250 against Islam Makhachev if I want to see something.
I would love to see that as well. Next fight, Volkan Ozdemir versus Alonzo Menningfield. Just saw right before the fight, really interesting prop. Menningfield by sub plus 1,600.
Menningfield?
Yeah. Does that give you any
think
pause?
He's going to go for one of those power guillotines when Volkan shoots?
Yeah. One of those, or like he tries for a takedown and Volkan kind of panics in the grapple. He's Von Flued people before. I just think his grappling's a little...
I don't hate it.
It's a huge number.
And it's kind of two retards fighting type fight.
Yeah. Who was it? I think, was it Anthony Smith versus Volkan Ozdemir? He choked him out plus 1,600 way back in the day. And then if that doesn't happen, I think Volkan will eventually put him out on the feet. I know he was only...
Volkan is like 5'7" in last 12 or something like that. He lost to good people, but his wins have aged terribly, except Guskov. Guskov looks great right now.
Yeah.
The line seems wide, but Menningfield is like, this fucking guy. I take him at a crazy price against someone. Like, I took him against Tulberg, and he comes out and does that retarded shit. Like, what are you doing, bro? And then I took him too against Jacoby. And you are like, oh yeah, great bet. You know what I mean? Like, you never know what you're going to get with him. He's too wild. He gasses and he's just that guy, but seems wide, yeah.
Shout out Pepe Sylvia in the chat. It says Bogdan Grad week. I'm on him as well. I think Magic leaning that way as well. All right, our co-main event for it's the LLMF belt, least likable motherfucker belt. Bilal Muhammad versus Ian Gary.
They are disgusting human beings.
Two retards fighting again. Different type of retards. I kind of think Ian Gary can just skate his way to a 30-27 if he doesn't.
I do too. Yeah. I don't think Belal is going to be able to grapple him. I think a lot of people are going to play Belal here because the line is big. He forces pace, goes forward, probably going to throw a lot. Like even worst case scenarios, he's on the feet, right? And he's going to throw.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in Qatar. But, I mean, I think this is a really, really bad stylistical matchup for him. Like, Gary should look good here. And God knows that I fucking hate Ian Gary.
Yeah.
But I think this is his fight to lose, yeah.
Even
if Belal can get takedowns, which I really doubt, because Gary is a good grappler, good defensive grappler. He's very tall, has good hips, good balance, pops up really well. I think he just gets up. You know what I mean? Belal is not a submission threat. Or I think Gary's going to look good here.
I think it's the first fight Gary's had in UFC that I have not bet against him, and I won't be. But I will say just what I've learned.
I bet against him Geoff Neal, which I was there live for the fight, and I thought Neal won.
Everybody did. Those are the loudest boos I've ever heard.
On Twitter, people were like, "No, Gary won," but in the arena, everybody thought Neal won. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was the
like
loudest boos.
I bet Neal, and I hate Gary. I thought Neal won straight up.
Yeah,
and I bet Prates against him too. Yeah, fucking Carlos Prates, bro. What are you doing? He had him. He really had him.
So did Michael Page.
Yeah, I bet Page too.
I thought Michael Page won, but he kind of fucked himself in the third round.
Yeah, following him to the ground and all that. Yeah.
But we'll get him again.
So my point is I should be 3-0 betting against Ian Gary, but fighters are retarded. It's not here. I think no.
It's destined to.
I got Shafkat against him.
Yeah, but. Not as big as a payday as some of the others options we almost had. Next fight, banger, might be over quick. Arman Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker. Can Dan Hooker stay off the group?
Tsarukyan is super good. I don't like the guy. I have grown to not liking the guy. He seems super dislikable. Don't you agree?
I like him. I don't know. I don't know why you don't like him.
I'm not saying like people are like, oh, I hate him because he has money. No, bro, you are a loser.
Yeah.
That's not his fault. Probably his father was like poor as shit and worked a lot and then made some mafia friends or whatever. And now they are rich. They have a construction working company or whatever. It's not his fault. And they are like, oh, it's much easier. Blah, blah. I think it's more difficult. You have to be hungry to be a fighter. You know what I mean? And he's an elite level of wrestling and a lot of other aspects for fighting, and he had it all from the beginning. You know what I mean? Money wise, like it's not money motivated. I think you can respect that. It's just that the guy comes out as a prick to me.
Yeah, I think it's even more impressive when you can become a fighter and you don't have to do it out of necessity, like just because it's that hard, and especially that his style of fighting.
It's not like I win or I go to sleep in the street in the favela. No, he's rich.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck? But he gets out of bed. Despite silk sheets, but yeah, I think he smashes.
There is a he has more brothers, and there is this conspiracy theory that he's like the daft brother. He looks pretty daft. That he's like the daft brother, and they were like, okay, this one can be a fighter because he's going to fucking ruin the business. You know, and the dad is like, yeah, go play UFC or whatever. Don't get us bankrupt. I saw a couple of people saying that.
He's gonna come back home. He's gonna be like, Dad, I won the belt. He's like, oh, that's cute. Put it in the toy chest. I've got a meeting. But yeah, I think he dominates here. I want to see him get the belt. I've thought he was gonna be champion ever since that Islam fight. It's probably
in his debut against Islam. I bet him plus 300.
I think that fight happened overnight here, and. Out of fights that have went to the decision, that's probably one I've watched like the most. It's so fun.
Going on,
yeah, and it was like 2 weeks' notice. I think
it was. If I remember correctly, it was in Poland or something like that. It was in Europe for sure. I think it was Poland. Maybe I'm wrong.
It might have been Asia. Was that when Weili Zhang won the belt?
No, that was after that. It was a European Cup.
St. Petersburg, Russia.
Petersburg? Yeah, that makes sense. He lives in... No, he lives... not there, but yeah, he lives in Russia. But I remember Paul Felder was on the mic and he was like coming. He had never seen lightweights grapple like that. He was like, "Oh my god, look at that reversal! This is crazy. You cannot do that."
Didn't retire too long after that either. He's like, I can't fucking deal with that.
He's like, how did he get up? This is insane.
I'm about 20 minutes from Glendale, California, which is the Armenian capital of the U.S. Anytime I get
that's where the Dardusians are based.
Yeah. Anytime I get a Armenian Uber driver, I'm like, you know Arman Tsarukyan? And they're like, yes, champion. And that's how I make friends with them. But yeah.
I got an Armenian Uber when I was in America. When I was in California, I went out by myself at night, and then I was basically lost. I didn't know how to come back. And I got an Uber. It was pretty hard to get a fucking Uber, bro. Everybody's like Uber in there. Like, it took me like 20 minutes. Yeah. It was in... How was this called? Whatever beach. It was a really posh place. No black people.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, and no police really. It was a nice place. This sounds horrible, but it was a nice place. How is this called? Yeah, it's famous place.
That's weird. That's weird that you could get an Uber then, especially in the nice area.
But yeah, I got an Uber and it was like an Armenian. He barely spoke English. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You live here, and we could barely communicate. But I used like the white-eyed blue eyes dragon. How is that called? Like the final card, the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like that beats everything. I was like, you like Real Madrid? Yes, brother.
Why do Armenians like Real Madrid?
I don't know why, but everybody in the Caucasus loves soccer. I mean, football for us. We call that football. And they all love Real Madrid. They are like, yeah, Zidane, Ronaldo, Figo. we were best friends after the trip.
That's the exact same thing that happens with Arman Tsarukyan. Although, oftentimes they're like, oh yeah, MMA, I like boxing. But
just trust me, if you are ever about to be decapitated in the Middle East or in the Caucasus, just go, do you like Real Madrid? It's like the Golden Pass.
I was contemplating whether or not to tell the story. I'll tell it. This was like maybe like...
This is the one that got us cancelled?
No, it might get me arrested, but I think it's out of the statute of limitations. But maybe like 6 years ago, I don't do this anymore. I'm not proud. But
do you realize you look like a jihadist saying that story?
I'm not proud. But I drove really drunk, like way too drunk, and I exited. I don't know what happened. I rear end a really nice BMW. These guys get out. There's like 4 of them, and they're like talking to me. I'm like, don't kill me. Like, we're on the side of the road. They're like, we're not going to call the cops. Another car of Armenians pulls up. They're like, come with us. I get in the back of the SUV. They brought a tow truck. They take my car to their body shop in Glendale. And he's like, as long as you come back here, call the insurance, and you get your car fixed through us, we won't file a police report.
See, Tolkien people understand each other.
But then they file an insurance report, so they get as much money as they can, and then I get my car fixed at an actual Alfa Romeo dealership, and they look under the bottom, and it was basically stuck together with bubble gum and sticks.
This was definitely the Dardusians.
my boys. They honestly saved my life. I could have ruined my life. So yeah, I don't drive drunk anymore. Don't drive drunk.
If the police comes and you are like, in the States they do that thing where they're like, they start doing circus shit and put your hand like that. It's like, how is that even possible in the year 2025?
Believe me, I wouldn't have been able to do those.
Bro, like here, imagine I got drunk and drove and I had to pass a control or whatever. They have this shit where you just blow and it gives you the alcohol and that's it.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to start like, start performing circus acts.
They have the breathalyzer here too. I don't know why they do both. Maybe it's just to like mount the evidence because people try to say those things are faulty.
I think it's to incriminate people.
Yeah, probably.
That they have no proof against. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did we give you your... You agree?
No, we didn't. I think this line is wide.
He does.
But I could see Arman also absolutely mauling him, you know what I mean? But who cares a fucking dog? He's huge for the division.
The Gamrot fight definitely
it's a good
surprised
look coming
me.
into this.
Yeah.
And this is 5 rounds, and Tsarukyan, as great as I think he is, he's chinny. You know what I mean?
Who's rocked him? I guess I don't, like...
I mean, Silva had him out.
Oh, yeah.
He ended up pounding him out, but he was like on skates.
Yeah, I do
he just
remember
doesn't look like someone that has a good chin. He reacts bad to punches. And he has been knocked out before, like out cold. Before the UFC, he got knocked out cold. It was a knockout, I mean, not similar, but more or less like the Adriano Martins against Makhachev knockout. The guy, like he has seen a car with the lights on the floor. Yeah, that kind of knockout. It was bad.
All right. Well, yeah, I wasn't going to be putting any money on Tsarukyan either, unless like round 1 is plus 200, north of plus 200, which I don't think. What is the?
I mean, I haven't really looked at prop lines much yet, but inside the distance minus 200 makes sense.
Round 1.
Can you imagine if Dan Hooker pulls this shit out?
Tsarukyan.
Like he's the contender. Like if Dan Hooker wins this, he may fight Topuria.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
I love him too. I think he's the funniest fighter in the UFC.
I like him, but he also seems like an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's I don't know. It's kind of, to me, it's almost like the same way you come across as an asshole. You're not really. You're kind of a ball buster.
Guy. That guy's an asshole. You know what I mean?
I'm saying you're not an asshole, but you bust balls.
But he's the guy that is like, oh, he's so cool until you are on the wrong end of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, Tsarukyan round 1.
I like him though. He's like pretty down to earth, real. I also think he has a lot of CTE. Like he's kind of out of control.
Yeah, he's a maniac. He's putting on backyard brawls at his house in New Zealand.
I've seen that. I've seen one of them, the full episode. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, there's some. It's high level. Tsarukyan round 1 is plus 400, plus 350 places, which I find interesting. The way Islam just fucking ripped him down and choked him out in 2 minutes. Obviously, Arman doesn't have that submission game, but he'll definitely have him down that fast, I think. If you go Tsarukyan round 1, Dan Hooker money line.
No, I wouldn't do that.
No.
But yeah, even though it's a white line, it's a really sexy fight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's a fight that you'll see like Dan Tsarukyan, Dan Hooker, the names, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care about the line. This is a sexy fight.
Definitely. That's the card. Really fun one. 10 a.m. Eastern start time for prelims. So 7 a.m. for me.
I think it starts 4 p.m. here.
Yeah.
And then there is a great boxing card starting 8 p.m. So the main card is the main boxing card is going to start when the main UFC card ends. Perfect timing, and the main boxing card is like fucking good.
Perfect.
Fucking good.
Check the description. I'm going to be going live with the guys I do my other podcast with on the After Hour channel. I got a fucking copyright strike on my another MMA podcast channel just for having the clock up on the screen. I didn't have any broadcast audio. AI is really fucking things with copyright strikes. I saw people getting pictures taken down from DMCA notices from the UFC.
So we don't do any of that shit. Just me and you.
Yeah, yeah. But it was bullshit. So After Hour channel, check the description.
The boxing card is really great. People should watch. I mean, the main event is a huge fight, kind of. Devin Haney versus Brian Norman is a really, really big fight. And there's also some of the best boxers in the world boxing, like David Ben. I don't really like his style or anything, but he's a really good boxer, David Benavidez. Against Anthony Yarde, he's a big favorite, but it's a good fight. Jesse Rodriguez is a massive favorite, but like Bam Rodriguez, do you know Bam Rodriguez? You know, right?
I know, almost.
Yeah, you for sure know who Bam Rodriguez is, just from Twitter.
Let me see this.
Like, this guy is top 3 boxer in the world, pound for pound, straight up.
Okay, I've seen him before.
Yeah, this guy is much better than Canelo ever was, and I don't care what people think. And trust me, any person that really, really knows boxing will tell you that this guy is super elite. They are great fights. Also, Abdullah Mason is a murderer. Like, he's going to be a superstar. If he wins today, not today. If he wins on Saturday against Sam Noakes, who is also undefeated from England, he's 21 and he will be the youngest reigning champion in boxing. That's for a belt. Both undefeated, both knockout punchers. Yeah, it's a great card. Great Saturday.
That does sound like a good Saturday. I'll probably be watching that.
Cage Warriors on Friday too.
Ooh, I didn't know that. Love me some Cage Warriors. There was a couple tweets I wanted to look at of yours.
I have the whole of like the Caucasus in my timeline. It's insane. Every time I open Twitter, I cannot even see the notifications from my friends because it's just insults and forever.
Which tweet was it that set him off? Because I was actually scrolling trying to see it because I saw your impressions. You had like 6 million.
Yes, 4 million. I just said an opinion. Like I just said that Topuria should be pound for pound number 1, which I think it's real and a valid opinion. And yeah, the average Islam Makhachev fan reply is like they all start like, you are a retard, okay? You are a retard. .com. And then they are, your mother is a prostitute. You probably don't even know your father. And it goes on like this. And at the end, they post something like, your tweet is biased and racist. And they call me a chimp and everything. I mean, come on, bro. But it's funny. They are funny to trigger. I know people from Dagestan and I have friends from Dagestan and they are very nice and intelligent persons, bro. And this just happens to be the inbreds that tweet. You know what I mean? Like the sun goes down and they came out of the cave and they're like Makhachev tweets. There are also nice people in Dagestan and very smart and intelligent. It's because of these retards that the people got the image that everybody in Dagestan is fucking retarded and inbred and married their cousin. It's not like that. There are very nice people and intelligent in Dagestan, like in every place.
Yeah, it's the same ones that are on JDM's Instagram, just posting Islam gifs over and over. You can't even.
Sorry.
On JDM's Instagram, it's all gifs of Islam, just over and over.
Bro, I mean, you have to understand that a big percentage of the population is legally retarded there. They would be here, legally retarded.
I wanted to look at this one tweet of yours. You quote tweeted Trevor Lacey's burner. He said, "I'm so fried, I deadass placed a bet that cannot hit. I thought I found a."
That's insane tweet, bro.
How is that
even legal?
It's hilarious, but you quote tweeted it. It's just a little English lesson. Don't take offense. You quote tweeted it and said, "I'm screaming." I don't know the Spanish translation of that, but here only women and gays say that. Yeah, only women and gays say that. They're like, "Oh my god, I'm screaming!" Yeah. That's like, "Oh my god, I'm screaming!"
I need to post it more.
It did. That tweet did great. 92,000 views on that one.
I have no idea about that. See, you learn everything every day. You learn something new every day.
That's why we're here to teach you stuff. And then the one about Valentina Shevchenko in a dance competition.
There was someone in the replies arguing that the bet could win. Did you see that? That was driving me insane. He's like, I mean, the bet was, I don't know which team to win by 10, like handicap 9.5, and largest win of the largest lead of the game 7, which is impossible.
Why couldn't I don't get it.
No, it's impossible. It's impossible because the final result counts. You cannot be winning by 7, kick a field goal and win by 10. It will be 10, not 7.
Oh, it has to be exactly the largest lead of the game.
No,
What? Honestly,
Nick, this is not a great look.
But if NC State were to win by 10, at some point their largest lead would be 7. So how is that not winning both?
But Nick, are you retarded?
I don't. We could get off it.
The chat is about to go crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I should just bail.
Listen to me.
All right.
The parlay has 2 legs. The first leg is which team it was?
North Carolina State minus 9.5.
North Carolina State 9.5 to win by 10 or more. And the second part is largest lead of the game 7.
Oh, so the lead cannot. Oh, okay.
If it's 8, you cannot win anymore.
All right, it's not set. Okay, I see it. There we go.
Someone in the replies was arguing that.
We're back.
But the guy in the replies were like, so what if the other team is winning by 8 and in the end North Carolina wins by 15? Saying shit like that, it was driving me insane.
If you're not familiar with that largest lead bet, I mean, I get it. The other one I wanted to mention.
Someone said, I would love to hear Nick explain his thoughts.
They're jumbled. Don't worry about it. You don't want to be up here. You had the Valentina tweet about my eyes were bleeding. Yeah, the dancing one after my eyes.
Bro. How is that not AI?
What didn't you like about that? The pageantry, the dance. I watch Dancing with the Stars every week with my girl. The crocodile hunter son is going to win it.
We don't like Peru in Spain. Just to start.
So it started with a bad taste in your mouth. But Greece, the music, the dancing.
I like she's so clearly a Russian asset. It's not even funny.
Yeah. But
she went on Helwani show and he's like, hey, are you a Russian asset? And
which show?
Like, no.
Which show? I didn't
on
see
Ariel's show. Ariel
on
Helwani. Do you know Ariel
okay.
Helwani, the nose guy?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, she 100% is. Did you see? She's got an OnlyFans and she shoots guns with Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, but it's like non-explicit, right?
But it's close to explicit as you could get. She's got like Daisy Dukes.
She's Russian, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Russian chicks are like, they want to be nasty, but they aren't. You know what I mean? They are like teasing. But Charles Oliveira has an OnlyFans, I think.
Yeah.
And he just posts shit like riding horses or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
think
trying
Charles
to push
Oliveira
it.
has an OnlyFans and is posting his dick in there. That would be funny as fuck, though.
1999.
So back in the day, fucking I don't know if she has it anymore. Jessica Andrade had an OnlyFans or made an OnlyFans. And when that happened and somebody leaked that, and I got it on like 3 different DMs, and I opened it. I'm traumatized to this day.
I avoided it for years.
I'm
People would tell me about
I'm telling you, that's like. Yeah, I might need to visit the psychologist.
One sec. I don't think I can find it. I had a clip about it, and yeah, it.
No, I saw it. I saw everything. It was fucking disgusting.
It looked like she was kidnapped, and someone was forcing her to take those pictures. It was really, really odd, like some type of saw situation.
I don't understand the thought process in Andrade or Andrade's camp. And should I make an OnlyFans? Yeah, that's fucking great. You are so hot, or something like that. What's the thought process here? She thought she was going to be a millionaire with OnlyFans.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because,
she deeply regretted it.
A lot of UFC fans are like fucking decrepit degenerates. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah. She definitely deeply regretted it after she was done. She was like, I really wish I wouldn't have done that. I got bad advice.
I mean, I think she needed money because she got divorced from that sperm whale she was dating. Crazy. It's bro, might be my favorite video of all time in UFC history. There's this embedded episode, UFC embedded, and she's like fucking dying in the bathroom making weight, and this fucking obese woman is throwing a birthday party with cake in the same room. In the same hotel room.
I'm gonna check that out after.
That's amazing. I don't know. Lesbians are weird. Like, why is she as an athlete? I'm not saying she's good looking or anything, but as an athlete, how can she like that? Like, that's
you remember
a legit hippopotamus.
Do you remember Sajara Eubanks?
Yeah, she looked like a crackhead.
Yeah, she had one video where her female partner was like running away from her, and Sajara Eubanks was like stalking her in the halls, like banging down doors.
I've seen that video on Twitter.
that was
but
terrifying.
That's like an average day in lesbian relationship.
Yeah, and that's when I knew she was, and that's when I knew she was gonna beat Elise Reed. That's all I got.
Sajara Eubanks moved in a slow motion in fights. She used to drive me insane. It wasn't really that good either.
Yeah. That's all I got. Good show.
Yeah. Hope it's a good fight card. Hope we win. Hope Bella loses. Sadly, Ian Garry has to win for that to happen. But...
And then maybe we have plans for Bilal. Who Does he finally get? I guess he won't get shot. He would have to win.
If he loses, maybe he has to fight Shavkat. We have plans for Bilal. The war is never over, Bilal.
That might be our first T-shirt. We have plans for Bilal. Eventually, we'll have some merch on here. Everybody, like, subscribe, follow us on all socials.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of having to ask for likes and subscribes on Twitter. If this show ever stops, nobody DM me about making another show ever, because I will curse at you.
Real quick, I want to look at this. If you just Google Brandon Royval's name, the amount of publications...
Bro, I'm going to be saying for 10 years that I made Royval famous.
Sports Illustrated, The Daily Beast, The Times of India, Huffington Post, Fox News, The Express Tribune, Washington Examiner, Yahoo Sports, MMA Mania, ESPN, The Spun.
We made him famous.
All covered.
I'm not exaggerating.
Podcast.
We made him famous and he had already fought for the UFC belt. Am I lying here? It was on Fox News.
Yeah, he definitely gained a lot of fans. He also told me he was getting a lot of DMs that said, "Go back to Mexico."
I think it's a very because it can go both ways. What he said, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
I
and
felt
it also has like racial tensions. It was like the perfect situation for him to explode as a star.
I'm not even kidding. As he was saying it, I was like, "This clip's gonna go crazy." I said it on the podcast.
When
I
he
love
said
your answer.
I don't want to fight in front of all these people because I don't give a shit about them. I was like, "Oh, he's cooking here."
Fucking Hunger Games shit, which is like exactly what you had said even before it in some tweet. But you said
I want to get into that event.
Yeah, I saw that.
100%. I would love that.
Safety
like
vest and a clipboard.
That Putin up, hey, what's up? What's up, big dog? Like you're selling. A lot of interesting people are going to be there. I would love to be in there, just to pick up their brains. And I don't know. Wouldn't you like to enter that event?
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping. I mean, Theo's definitely going to be there. I'm like really hoping he brings me.
I need to get one of these, like, all these fucking losers start acting like they are journalists so they can get free passes to the events, like the media credentials. I need one of those. Hey, I'm Magic. Let me pass.
We get this thing to about 10,000 per episode. I think we can start getting passes. Any other organization, you can definitely get
I'm just telling you, at some point it's going to be me instead of Dylan Dennis having to fight someone.
Oh, that we'll be there.
Have you seen the clip?
Oh, yeah. Chanko.
They had that man like with his feet up in the air and everything. I don't know why he was wearing like some cartoon shoes.
Yeah. It was
he had it like in his hat and it's like a giant red shoe. Like he's such a retard, bro. Like,
and I love...
What has he even doing? What has he even been doing for the last 7 years or so?
Just talking shit.
Just tweet random shit and go to events and act like... Bro, you just rolled with Conor McGregor twice in a training camp. Who do you think you are? Did
you see why they attacked him? I mean, obviously they hate him, but...
Yeah, I saw that he attacked their religion and basically their way of living.
He had an AI video of Izaghkmaev.
Kissing with someone.
Kissing. And he was showing
with Ali, right?
Yeah.
That's a big no-no in the Caucasus, bro.
Yeah, I even thought it was crazy of the spinning back fist to post the video that they did. I'm like, that's not going to make any friends in the MMA world.
You'll never get the banana if you don't reach for it. You know what I mean?
All right,
it was pretty cool video.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to get inside that section that is like where the fighters are and everything because he was with other people on the other side, but his people sold him. Nobody was with him.
Yeah,
they were just sitting watching him get like assaulted by John Pork, Chanko John Pork, and every character from the Khabib Islam saga was hitting him. It's kind of crazy.
Everybody got a turn.
Yeah, everybody got a lick.
And then he's the one that gets banned, which is fucking hilarious.
Bro, they beat the shit out of him. I think everybody hit him except Hasbullah, maybe.
He probably got one in. All right, great show. Good luck, everybody on the card.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Do all the things.
We'll be back next week.
See you next week. See ya.